Alright! What's up, Paper Cup? Ako si Nate. Pag-usapan nga natin ang tunay na ibig sabihin ng pagiging influencer. Joke, there are so many great voices and opinions out there. Who am I to define what an influencer really is, right? Hey, you're Nate Punzalan, the conyo from Areneo. What are you talking about? Alright, pare chong, so I guess this is the only truth about kung ano talaga ang ibig sabihin ng pagiging influencer. So right now, you are all bawal from commenting down below in the comments and disagreeing with me. Side note, this video is sponsored by Daniel Wellington. I'm super thankful to them. This watch is the only watch that I wear. And not because, you know, I'm poor, but because I don't have enough money to buy a watch. Jokes aside, all my friends know that this is the only watch that I wear. I had an old one before and I wore it so much that, you know, I wore it out. And now Daniel Wellington is blessing me with a new one. And now I never take it off even while I'm making Ligo with 3 tabos. So if you want to support this channel or buy a gift for yourself or for your jowa, then don't hesitate to head over to danielwellington.com and use the discount code NATEDW19 for a 15% discount off of your next purchase. I think that's Nate because it's my name. And then I think it's DW because it's Daniel Wellington, and I think it's 19 because I'm 19 years old. Details are in the description kahon sa baba, but for now, let's head over to our actual topic of the day, Jamil. For context, I'm posting this in light of the Facebook post of White Banana Beach Club, and alam ko medyo late na ako sa trend, pero yun, medyo late ako sa trend. And just so I don't end up skewing anything or throwing shade at anyone, I just wanna let you guys know na nag-clarify naman ng White Banana Beach Club. They had a follow-up post on Facebook and gets naman. And by gets naman, I mean that I now see that White Banana Beach Club now sees, you know, that's a lot of seas for Siargao, which is an island by the sea. They now see the contribution of influencers to their business. And I don't know if I can conclude that now they also see the influencers' contribution to the tourism of Siargao, but they see the contribution of influencers sa Siargao. Take note, ang sinabi ko ay contribution and not full credit by any means. Siargao is a beautiful place, and just that natural beauty of the whole island and the whole place is enough to garner its own attention by itself. Pero hello, that's how influencer marketing works. That's how any advertising is supposed to work. And of course, many of us know about Lance de Ocampo's comment on the whole matter. And okay, so here's my personal bias. Kaibigan ko kasi siya. And I got to message him on my Instagram DMs clarifying his tone and his stand on influencers on Siargao, and I can say, you know, he made me kwento. And he admits that he was off and that his tone could have sounded arrogant. He was defending his passion, his work, and, you know, his means of making money. Of course, he would defend that, so he was kind of emotional about it. And I agree with him. Ang yabang-yabang niya. Parang atenista lang. And gets ko naman yung point niya. And there's this other influencer, her name is Jovelyn Mateo, and she revealed herself as a blogger. She left a comment on the post. She said, if these people formally sent you a message, I think they deserve a formal rejection as well. Not like this. I do blog, though I do have a full-time job, but I work hard to be able to travel so I can have content. I recently tried pitch. In fairness, similar din naman talaga yung magiging reaction ko doon. Is it so bad to pitch yourself to a company and say, hey, what if we do an X deal? You know, I love you guys. Usually, for a job like this, I'd ask you to pay me like a fee to actually put your thing on my video or on my Instagram post. But because I like your brand so much, let's do it for free. You know, there is some specific brands that are like that, and I pitch myself to them. Pero yeah, for context, they did a follow-up post, so there's no need to bash on them. Alright, so here's the deal. Pag-uusapan ko muna quickly yung influencer marketing industry. And then I'll give a non-comprehensive overview of what people could think about the industry, good or bad. And then you should think for yourself and make your own informed opinion on where you are on the spectrum. And maybe I missed out on something and you are not even on the spectrum that I'm giving you, have a stand that's, you know, different. And I think that's great. I think that means you're thinking for yourself and you're not just believing what some conyo kid on the internet is telling you. Side note, I believe the internet is great for information, but not for indoctrination. Don't let me tell you what to believe. I'd rather you think critically about what I say Respectfully and politely naman, of course. Game. The influencer marketing industry has been a trend that's on the rise for the past few years, and celebrity marketing has been there for the past few decades, especially because of our culture. Very simplistically put, I believe that because we were invaded by the dayuhans, and we're also a pretty poverty-stricken country, we have a tendency to prefer very simplistically put, I believe that because Filipinos were invaded by the dayuhans and are a relatively poverty-stricken country, we prefer escapist content that looks up. The Filipino people in general may have a tendency to look to repetitive telenovelas about the hope of a rich guy rescuing a poor girl from her poverty, to look to primetime variety shows and shallow humor, there's nothing wrong with that, and to celebrities as role models and as icons, especially dayuhan celebrities. Now, since the rise of the internet, I have been going on the line and on the webs to see that, wow, there are so many people out there who have nice stuff, are going on nice trips, who have nice content, and, for some people, nice bodies, but that's a different topic altogether. And after some companies such as YouTube started using that content, those videos, as ad spaces and then selling them to advertisers, the influencer marketing industry has grown and the business model has become a viable one even in the Philippines. Okay, don't close the video yet. I know I'm talking about a lot of different things, but in my case, it works in two different ways. Number one is when you click on my video out of interest or because sobrang pogi ng nasa thumbnail. But oh no, your eyes are forced to watch a skippable ad first. Propaganda! Yeah, that is a paid space. For every 1,000 views, I get a certain amount of money, but honestly, it's not that much kaya wala akong pambili ng relo. The other way that the influencer business model works is that I get paid to tell you that if you want to buy a watch with a discount, then you can use this promo code Nate DW19. Nate because it's my name, DW. Hello? Oh yeah, this is him speaking. This is me. Oh, okay, so 19 doesn't mean that I'm 19 years old. I thought for a moment there that like I traveled back in time or something. So I'll just explain it to them. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, so apparently 19 means that this year 19 years old na si Jayzam Manabat. So ano ang mga opinion ng mga tao on this influencer industry? I guess for one, on the pinaka-radically negative extreme side, some people really just think it's a farce. Like, utot. Ano ba naman yan? All these people getting famous because of their clout, and because they're so famous, more brands offer them more clout for them to become more famous, and it's a cycle. And okay, I admit that there are some influencers out there na wala talaga silang pake sa content nila, and they do not try to be intentional about adding value to their audience. And sadly, because the industry is growing, and it's not like it was 3 years ago, when wala pa masyadong pera sa pag-YouTube, there are people that I personally know, and it seems like they got into YouTube really just for the fame or for the money, and that's the reality. This platform, which used to be passion-driven, is now a sustainable career option. That can be good, that can be bad, and that can also be exploited. On the other end of the spectrum, we have some really positive people who really believe that YouTube or the influencer space is a place where their passion and profit meet. Some people would argue, so what if I'm earning a living by becoming an influencer? I am truly passionate about the craft. I am truly passionate about adding value to people's lives. I never flaunt my possessions or anything like that. They would say that, they get to make an impact in people's lives, and the industry simply rewards them for that. And the audiences of those people who really believe in those influencers would say things like, alam mo, Jericho Arceo really helped me get through my time of anxiety and depression. I'm happy he's where he is, and he deserves his platform because he's using it wisely. Saludo ako sa'yo, Jik. Yun, tapos merong mga nasa gitna, yung sakto lang yung pakinila sa mga influencers. May mga haters, may mga bashers, and may mga tao na, masyadong busy para makapag-social media because they're too busy enjoying their lives and getting their bread. And I think that's honestly good for them. Personally, I am in a spot where napagdaanan ko na ang mga pressures, ang mga anxieties, and really, the burnout and the mental health struggles of a social media influencer. And though I'm not the biggest one out there, I can say that I have been here for a while, a bit longer than some of the other mainstream influencers out there. This is my 3rd year on YouTube. And I'm not saying I'm better. I'm saying, you know, they're actually better because in a shorter time, they're able to amass a larger following than I ever dreamed to have, right? Pero at the very least, masasabi ko na meron akong experience. And based on all of this, what do I think? I think that Jamil is the #1 YouTube of all time.